Are you crazy? Allow. Allow it to not be about good or bad dreams. You're like in a computer, virtual world. You're in a virtual world. Your mind, virtual world in your mind. You have the cappuccino? Cappuccino. Oh, okay. I just get a one cappuccino. And do you have the Wi-Fi here? Okay, Senso. Oh, big password. Okay, okay. Hot. Hot and delicious. So let's start with this. Your job here is not to think, but to be mindful of your breathing. This is an excuse like any other excuse. To be mindful and to be meditative. The sickness is a simple one. The sickness is the attachment that you have to the body. You have hope about your ego. You have hope about your identity. You have hope about getting to some particular destination or figuring something out or understanding something. This is not about any of that. Become hopeless, concerned with all the things of the world and the things of the ideas of yourself through the mindful breathing, through the awareness of the breathing as it is right here and right now. Because we're used to the McDonald's algorithm, we're used to the TikTok algorithm, we're used to the YouTube algorithm. So we get a quick fix. We get a quick fix about our idea or our concept or our certain kind of thinking. Disregard and ignore what your ego happens to think. Doesn't matter. Not important, just like a dream. Be mindful, be aware of your breathing in this moment as much as you can. Five precepts, right? Five precepts, five skillful ways of conduct. Don't kill. Don't lie or steal. What else? We're looking, the ego, the identity, the self is looking for something to get involved in, looking for something to believe in, looking for something to be offended by, looking for something to be confused by. No. Being mindful only requires an object of mindfulness, such as your breathing. You have to detach. You have to be uninvolved. You have to just be aware. You have to satiate this hunger and this thirst with mindful breathing and with detachment. to accept that we don't understand, and that the solution to not understanding is not trying to understand more bullshit. For goodness sakes. This not understanding, this not knowing is a kind of completeness. Not what bullshit can I get my nose into? What bullshit can I get involved with? Can I believe in? Politics and conspiracy theories and who knows what knows where. Doesn't matter. Your life as it is right here and right now, in this moment, in this experience, in this seeing, in this hearing, in this breathing, is enough. You want to get involved with something, go for a walk. Go and be in nature. Listen to the sound of the rain. Do something that doesn't get you worked up and believing in things. You have enough to believe in your daily life as a normal person. You are not the meditation teacher, you are not the meditation master, you are most likely not the Sotapanna or the stream enterer. You haven't really tasted the fruit of the enlightenment yet. So you have to be careful what direction you put your mind into, what you get involved with, because you'll get confused easily, because you believe you are someone. That is so beautiful. Thank you so much. Okay, thank you so much. Oh, beautiful. Oh, no. Oh, it's okay. It's all right. No problem. Let's see. Oh, oh, very delicious. Well, you hear about that. You think about that. So what? Oh, someone over there believes this. Someone over there believes that. Over there they're doing this. Over there they're doing that. I've got enough to deal with. I've got enough to experience as it is. Bring back your patience. Bring back your openness. This openness has a sense, it just wants to contract, it just wants to constrict around something. So walk out and open it out and widen it out. This tendency to contract, this familiarity you have to grasp onto something, to grasp onto someone, to grasp onto some idea, some story. Not because you can't, not because there's some rule or some kind of authority telling you to do that, because it's unnecessary to grab on to all these thoughts and ideas and stories and situations. No need. And when you can apply that no need, there's a lot more freshness, there's a lot more extra energy. a lot more openness, a lot more flexibility. So whether we like it or not, my God, this is a brand new experience, and we're learning not to be so reactive, not to be so confused inside of ourselves, not to be so, you know, oh, I'm gonna, this needs to be a good day. It's gonna be whatever kind of day that it is. It doesn't need to be any particular way. Allow awareness to start pervading your reality. You see what I'm saying? Allow awareness to start pervading your ego and breaking up all the BS of the ego. Greetings. It's just a phase. It's just a phase. It's just a particular period of time. It's a temporary phenomena, temporary happening. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with the temporariness of this experience and the temporariness of this situation. Throw up your hands. Be done with it all. Be done with everything. Stop being so offended. Stop being so worried. Stop being so involved. can also do voice isolation. How's that sound? Does that sound better? Yum bum 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 bum. We let go of that thought that arises. We let go of that realm that we find ourselves to be in, to detach, to abandon, to forgive, being in hell, being in heaven, not letting our ego get the best of us. And what is that us? Well, it's that true self of freedom, that true self of no self, that true self of the mind that is awareness, not things that appear. Is way better? Really? Because this body is hopeless. We need to get that out of the way. This body is entirely, totally hopeless. It won't bring you pleasure in the long run. It will bring you devastation. So we have to then practice to relax, to release the body, to release our fixation on the body, and to penetrate into the mind, to enter into the mind itself, to enter into the awareness itself. You Do you dare to give up involvement with what you've been thinking about? Do you dare to give up involvement in, with what you've been thinking about? So then you don't need to explain it, you just need to be it. To be the protection, to be the healing, to be the kindness, to be the forgiveness, to be the uninvolvement, to be the uninvolvement. Where do thoughts come from? Where do thoughts go to? Where were you before you were born? Where were you before you were born? That's a good one. Art therapy. You know, instead of getting involved in conspiracy theories, why don't you do a little bit of art? Make a pretty picture with some different colors, etc. Practice mindfulness through painting or what have you. Forget everything. Forget everything. What physical posture is your body in right now, Brock? How are you sitting? Describe to me how you're sitting. Describe for me the physical posture of your body. You all have to be a little bit understanding with me as well because you know what, you don't see Adyashanti, you don't see your friendly neighborhood Buddhist monk teaching to, you know, they can't see you, they can't hear you, etc. So it's a little bit difficult. I can't see you, I can't hear you, I can't, you know, there's very little that I can get and receiving from you to be able to help. Is that understood? Laying down. Laying down is good for the guided meditation. For this kind of situation, it could also be good, but you can also experiment with sitting upright like this, sitting upright and being alert. How am I? It's beautiful. It's beautiful. This is beautiful. This is a beautiful moment. No expectation, no goal in this. Yeah, please share the drawing with me. Send it on WhatsApp. Look, we've got to accept that you're basically crazy. If you're here following me, you're basically crazy. There's no doubt about that. I can tell you that for sure. All right? You're basically crazy already. Now, what do we do about that? What are we going to do about What are we going to do about how crazy you are? Well, we're not going to do anything about it. I don't want to deal with your craziness. I've got one body, one body's more than enough. Kai's the worst of them all. Kai's the worst of them all. So, what are we going to do about the craziness? The crazies. The I'm a crazy, omni crazies. What are we going to do about that? Well, firstly, we're going to arrive. Arrived at home, in the here, in the now. Now, we might look back on the past or we might think about the future, and then we say, well, wait a minute. I want my investments here to play out, and I want the past to be this way. I want the future to be that way. Well, I hope that that works out for you. I do. I do hope that that works out for you, but I'd say it's probably unlikely. So, what's really more accessible and more possible, dear friends, is to recognize or to recollect or to realize the present moment as it is. It's not quirky. That's right, Donald. It's not. Those are the worst of them, right? They think that it's quirky. Those are the ones that really make big problems, big trouble. So listen, we're firstly going to do with that crazy is to arrive. Not to arrive in the crazy or to arrive in our bullshitting, but to arrive in the here and the now. To arrive in the awareness of our body right where it is. To arrive in the awareness of our mind right where it is. If you're not enlightened, you're crazy. That's why Richard, that's why I made it clear. If you're following me, you're definitely crazy. You definitely have real big problems. Okay? This isn't Mr. Trudeau. This isn't, I'm not Adyashanti, okay? This is about as low as you can go on the spiritual teacher scale. And for the defense there, to defend your teacher and to defend yourself and to defend your position is the teaching. I'm here to disappoint you. This life is here to disappoint us. Disappoint so that we stop grasping and stop seeking. We stop edifying. We stop reifying. What's up, Talk Dylan said they can't recollect the present moment. Well, I'm going to recollect my mindfulness and my breathing and my singing the song of arriving in the here and now. I have arrived. I am home in the here and in the now. And now we get all these egos popping up. Silencio. Silencio. You know what they taught me in monk life? They taught me silence or death. That's not a threat, that's a promise. This is to see as A is to B. This is simple stuff. This is simple stuff, everybody. A, B, C, one, two, three. There is no you and there is no me. Hubba lubba wubba dubba 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 wub wub. Okay? What don't you get about that? What don't you get about really this is I'm in a sense we're all locked in our own mental asylum. Oh, you'll watch that video, hey. Namo Aida Feng Namo Aida Feng Namo Aida Feng. And in this kind of environment, in this kind of circumstance, there's not enough generosity for me to take the form of a spiritual teacher in that way, in a kind of usual way. Namo Gwande Ambo Tanuana, Namo Gwante Ambo Tanuana, Namo Gwante Ambo Tanuana. Azirafat. You love Buddha? You love the Buddha? Yes, me too. Yes, very good. Well, you come over here, Ghost of the Amishi, and I'm going to enlighten my foot onto the ground, and I'm going to make a stomping sound that is empty of itself. Because when we come together, like if we were together right now in some kind of meditation hall, if we were together in some kind of meditation hall environment or something like that, and sure, I'd love to live stream that or whatever, but that would be a position where, I'm a facilitator, I'm a leader, and I'm surrounded by people who are sacrificing their bodies and minds. And I'm experiencing that and I'm seeing that. And there's a very deep energetic interplay in that we don't really have here. So that's a part of the uniqueness of this experience. And if anything, this is something that's needed in the modern world where most of us don't get a chance to go to some kind of meditation center. There might be a few here. What's Kai talking about? Listen, don't get me started. Don't you? Kai really knows how to rile me up. Be careful what you say, Kai. It's not all sunflowers and compost toilets over here. Okay, this is a good question. Why do you always seem so angry? You never talk to people in your chat either. You talk about the same thing every day. I never seen a monk so angry every day. Um, there's something I like about you, Madness. I don't know what it is, but there's something very, very sweet and heartful about you. What is right? What is wrong? Baby, don't hurt me anymore. What is right? What is wrong? Baby, don't hurt me anymore. Should we get our nails done? Does anybody here know about getting their nails done? Can you get that done when you have the broken nails or the bitten nails? Of course you can, right? No problem. It's a real shame. I've always wanted to get my nails done. Listen, we're here to get our egos eviscerated. What don't people understand about that? And we're doing that in such a way where you don't get to make a complaint. You don't get to write an article. What article are you going to write? I was watching this crazy person's live stream and they were supposed to be a spiritual teacher and they didn't act the way I expected. Too bad. I mean, you're out of luck. Nobody's going to believe that. Free to come, free to go. There's no investment here. Nobody has paid to be here. Nobody's invested anything to be here. Free. Open door. Free to arrive and free to leave. Just like that. It's almost like you have a one-way ticket to instantly leave this live stream whenever you like. There's a fire in you that has to be fed. And this is not a fire of your identity or your ego or your opinions or your egoic position in this experience. I don't what do I expect? I'm not am I expecting anything from anybody here? Answer me that. Answer me that. Make that clear to me. Am I expecting anything from anybody here? Am I expecting anything from anybody here? No. Because because nobody is really here. That's the secret sauce. There's nobody that's actually really here. Oh, thank you, Wick. There's nobody that's really here. And we're on our weight loss journey. I care, I worry a little bit. Some of the people who reach out and stay connected with me because I don't want them to suffer unnecessarily and I'll be responsible in some way or another. So I want them to do a good job. But ultimately, nothing is expected here. So if you are able to be here and to be aware without expecting anything, well, you can really see what happens and then you can let me know about that. Because I'm also a curious person. I'm also a curious person. I just I want to go and ask them about getting my nails done. Awaken, spirit of the earth. I feel you blow in me. Awaken, spirit of the sun. I feel you shine in me. I am home. I am home. We are home. We are home. La 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 la. Wick, Maine, where did you learn to behave like that, huh? Has it all fallen apart? Has it all fallen apart? Is this the end? Friends watching on TikTok, please subscribe through the YouTube channel and connect through the live stream there because this TikTok is going to be closed down. Oh, it's just like $10 or something. Because because there's got to be something there's got to be something to it. All these women getting their nails done, so there's something to it. It has to have some kind of properties. Good, good, good. Ayirafat, Ayirafat, Ayirafat. Okay, come on, let's go. Let's go, everybody. This will be my first time, so this is a big moment for me. This is a big situation for me. Maybe it doesn't mean much to you, but it means a lot to me. Thank you. Oh, Erica paid for me to get my nails done. Thank you, Erica. Okay, I'm ready. Where? So where do I sit here, huh? Okay, where can I put this? Where's a good place to put it? This one can use this. Use that. But how about for this? Maybe put it over here. You can say it over. Okay. Patience, everybody. We're not in a hurry to get our question answered. We know what our question is and we can share that. We can remember that. You know what I mean? These are the colors I can choose from. I like the matte color. This one matte color. Okay. Maybe red really beautiful. Okay, so what will you do? You put on top, you put this on. Yeah. Oh, but I need to put on top,
Okay.
to put
You want long?
not long, but like this because now my nails cannot. My
Ah,
nail is
it's I can see. It's okay, but if
okay. I think I have to wait until my nail grow.
ah,
I wait, not now.
okay.
Thank you.
Thank
I
you.
sorry. I
Yeah, it's okay.
okay. Well, thank you so much. I sorry. Oh, thank you. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah. Just put
yes,
it.
yes. I will.
Can you hold it?
Yeah, yes.
You can say in Vietnam to your shop. You say hello and introduce your shop.
It's hello. My
Thanh Viet, Thanh Viet.
tiếng Việt.
Yeah.
Xin chào. Tôi là người Việt Nam ở Đà Lạt. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Very nice.
Yeah, I'm so shy.
Okay. Me too. Everybody.
Okay. Thank you. Where you come from?
I come from America.
Okay.
Uh, okay. So Erica, I'll put that $10 in my piggy bank. I'll put that $10 in my piggy bank, and then at another time, I will be ready to get my nail done when it grow longer. It is my gift and my honor to be in the presence of everyone here in this assembly. Please listen closely. Just now, an assistant came and announced that the rain isn't stopping and people may not be able to hear if a meeting is held in the rain. Suppose the rain stopped right now. Then would you hear? I say it's best when the rain doesn't stop. Why? Because you are not deliberately trying to listen. How about when they say the sound of the rain has given you a sermon? Is that correct? I do not agree. The sound of the rain is you giving a sermon. But do you understand? Clarify it directly, then what else is there? People who go journeying to study Zen today should bring a statement to harmonize with the teacher. Why do you pain yourself and cramp yourself as you do? Let me also ask you, what teacher would you harmonize with? If you want to harmonize with a teacher, just get to know your own mind. Now let me ask you, what is your mind and how do you know it? Here, you cannot force an understanding. You must actually look inward and discover it. The ancients had no choice but to make provisional explanations where there is no explanation, skillfully employing expedient means where there are no expedients. One day, when Zhuan Sha went into the mountains, he encountered a tiger. His assistant told him there was a tiger there, but Zhuan Sha said, "It's your tiger." Now, with mountains and rivers crisscrossing the land, domains of existence everywhere, discriminating thoughts branching off in 1,000 ways and diverging in 1,000,000 ways, how can you explain this logic of it's yours? If you don't understand this, you will be fatally obstructed everywhere. It is just because you have been following material senses and been influenced by things since time immemorial. You try to point out what are things and what are you. This is why a seeker asked Zhuan Sha, I have just entered the community. Please show me a way of access. Zhuan Sha said, do you hear the sound of the valley stream? The seeker said, yes. Zhuan Sha said, gain access from here. Nowadays, people do not clearly understand this story, simply saying, the essence of mind is omnipresent. Who else hears? What relevance has this sort of discourse? You must be completely naked before you will attain realization. For now, I ask you, have you dressed? You can be so shameless, completely naked. I have arrived. I am home in the here and in the now. I am solid. I am free. I am solid. I am free. In the ultimate I dwell. In the ultimate I dwell. Yeah. Here is the pure land is here. I smile in mindfulness and dwell in the present moment. The Buddha is seen in an autumn leaf. The Dharma is a floating cloud. The Sangha body is everywhere. My true home is right here. Breathing in, flowers are blooming. Breathing out, I am aware that bamboo is swaying. My heart is at peace and I enjoy every moment. Breathing in, flowers are blooming. Breathing out, I am aware that bamboo is swaying. My mind is at peace and I enjoy every moment. Don't drift and don't fixate. Don't drift and don't fixate. That's why it can be very helpful to practice walking meditation, because you're sitting there, you're trying to meditate, you're trying to do the right thing, is just a load of nonsense. Go and walk and relax the body and mind. Relax the ego. It doesn't mean you're destroying or getting rid of the ego. It means that you're relaxing your egoic involvement. Look at the tree, listen to what the tree has to say. Look at the breeze, listen to what the breeze has to say. To have that experience that's not based on the ego, but based on the nature. So you nourish the heart of Nibbana with the natural experience. That's important. Oh, just be quiet, Jaya. Be quiet and meditate. Be quiet and meditate. Oh, don't worry about where I am. Don't worry about what my favorite place or my favorite experience is. Uh, worry about not worrying about anything. Try to worry about not worrying about anything. Well, meditation is just like you're getting out of your way. So, in just sitting here, in just seeing, in just hearing, I don't need to put forth any effort to see, do I? I don't need to put forth any effort to hear, do I? I don't need to put any effort forth to be experiencing. So allow no effort being put forth in seeing, in hearing, in breathing, to allow thoughts to calm down to zero. You're just seeing and being aware. You're just hearing and being aware. You're just breathing and being aware. You're releasing your ego. So naturally, your ego is going to have something to say about that. Your ego is going to have, what about me? And it's going to start doing things and start trying to get involved with things, etc. So just relax the what about me. Allow your ego, allow yourself, allow your story and your seeking to become awareness. Boredom is a kind of suffering because you want it to be different than how it is. Whatever is happening right now is okay. Allow it to be okay. The reason that people are scrolling on TikTok and scrolling on YouTube and injecting fentanyl into their arms is because they're not allowing it to be okay. They're not allowing what's being experienced right now to be fine. So they're in this state of compulsive seeking. And so, in that state of compulsive seeking, they're always suffering more and more and more. They're going down into the lower realms, going down into hell, into prison. Being stupid is selfish, Noah. So don't be stupid, be aware. The more awareness or the more connection you have to awareness, the more responsibility you have to not be stupid, to go backwards just for the sake of going backwards. Stop doing that. Stop practicing to go backwards for the sake of going backwards. What about this? What about that? What about this? What about that? What about not being an idiot and taking refuge in awareness? So what are you going to do with the fact that you just don't get it? You just can't get it. What are you going to do about that? Can you recognize, can you realize that you just can't get it, that you just don't get it? Or is that too much for your ego to handle? Does your ego need to get it? Does your ego need to be in the know? Does your ego need to be incorrect? So forgive and renounce that ego that needs to get it and needs to be correct and needs to be whatever. No, you don't get it. You don't get it. You do not get it. That's getting it. You don't get it. No I, no getting, no looking to get. What is I? What is self? Not answering with egoic thought nonsense. Thinking about this and thinking about that. I'm thinking about this. I'm thinking about that. Shut up. It doesn't matter what you're thinking about. It matters that you know how to not think. Learn to give the blessing. Learn to give the blessing of awareness, to give it out, to exhaust yourself in giving it out, giving out the uninvolvement, giving out the non storytelling, giving out the non identifying, giving out the non thinking, giving out the ending of the ego involvement. But I'm the understander. I'm the one that understands. What do you think this is? A superhero movie? You think this is Mystery Men? The Mystery Men superhero movie? I'm the understander. I'm understanding. Drop the act of understanding. Drop the game of understanding. Somebody said we're all just a pimple on the earth's ass. That's a good way to say it. Pop yourself with awareness. Pop yourself with forgiveness of identity based on thoughts that have arisen. Forgive the identity that is based on thoughts that have happened to arisen. You're never going to unlock Bankai if you don't know how to go into the spirit realm. Seeing mind. As soon as you rationalize, it is hard to understand. You must refrain from rationalization before you can attain realization. Hearing such talk, some people immediately declare, I have nothing to say at all, and no reason either. They do not realize this is in fact a rationalization. I will settle something for you right now. The ultimate rule is to see your own mind clearly. This is what Buddhism is, as far as I am concerned. So, Scooter, you just got called out. Your statement is exactly someone saying, I know what's going on. It says it right here on seeing mind. As soon as you rationalize, it is hard to understand. You must refrain from rationalization before you can attain realization. You must refrain from rationalization before you can attain realization. No, that's not what it means. Come on, everybody. Come on. Come on, everybody. How much can one man take? Listen, we don't want to practice until our lives are turning to shit. We don't want to practice until we're addicted to fentanyl or our loved one is addicted to fentanyl or whatever. So you have to practice when things are going well. You have to practice in the face of neutrality. You have to practice when life isn't so shitty because that's how you become unlimited. That's how you raise up your level and raise up your standard of consciousness, raise up your authority over the mind, how you get closer to the wisdom, how you get closer to the insight, not just the drudging along in life trying to find the next thing to consume or drudging along in the life of being an opinion holder. This is my opinion. This is what I like. This is what I dislike. You have to abandon that. You have to detach from that. You have to renounce that. You have to forgive your complacency, to practice seriously when things aren't going well. Be strong, be brave. You want to be a spiritual person, you're going to have to put in the work. I don't know, all these people are putting these pamphlets and these flyers around for Kundalini sex retreats in Bali with Reiki singing bowls, and we're looking for a cheap fix. If you want to be a spiritual person, you've got to put in the work. Well, I bought the crystal, didn't I? Well, I received the angel talk, didn't I? That's got nothing to do with it. You have to be willing to sacrifice yourself. You have to be willing to give up your ego. You have to be willing to give up your views and your attachments. There's higher dhammas and there's lower dhammas. There's higher truths and there's lower truths. There's higher spirituality and there's lower spiritualities. Okay? If you're American, you mostly don't have access to many or much higher spirituality. You have to be ready to not understand because as you're meditating, as you're practicing awareness, as you're practicing mindfulness, what is there to understand? What is there to grab a hold onto? What is there to fixate on? Nothing. You're not going to be able to grab a hold of or fixate onto anything as you practice meditation. So, all of this kind of faux spirituality that's being fed to you or being fed to people in general, something for you to digest, something for you to grasp a hold of, something for you to believe in, something for you to buy, and then very quickly, surprisingly, something for you to sell, right? Is not going to help you out in the way of ending suffering or raising up your spiritual consciousness level. It's just ego games, it's just spiritual ego games. So don't let that confuse you. Don't buy into the false and fake spirituality of the beliefs that you get in your own mind. You have to dare to and be willing to not know. 100%. It doesn't matter what you think. What you think is what keeps you locked into your own ego and your own weird view of the way that the world is and the way that other people are and the way that you are. You have to be free from your own ego, free from your own views, and eventually free from self. And until then, you have to dare to sacrifice your self views. You have to dare to sacrifice your ego understanding. Otherwise, you're not going to get anywhere. You're trapped in perception. You're trapped in views. You're trapped in complicated thoughts about spirituality. Please listen closely. Don't bullshit a bullshitter. Seeing mind. As soon as you rationalize, it is hard to understand. You must refrain from rationalization before you can attain realization. Rationalization and realization. Get out your Googles, get out your dictionaries, okay? As soon as you rationalize, it is hard to understand. You must refrain. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Wonderful. Very good. Thank you. Way too much sugar. Way too much sugar. Mhm. We'll be back after a short few words from our sponsors.